Hi guys, my name is Sean Konig and thank you for joining me in this first video of my tips on post-processing in landscape photography. Our goal here is to end up with a finished processed image. We have got these three images to work with. We've got a normally exposed image, then we've got an underexposed image, and we've got an overexposed image. Why I do this is because normally if you only take one shot of a scene, you get home and you've got a very bright sky area, say, and a slightly underexposed area over here, which makes your post-processing a lot more work, and it just makes things generally difficult. I'm going to start off in Lightroom. Lightroom has become an industry standard, I would say. Firstly, it helps you sort all your images, and secondly, it's a great place to start the editing process. Alright, yeah, I think let's just get going then. So like I said, I'm going to start with this first image over here. The first thing I like to do is to go down to lens correction, enable profile correction, and also click remove chromatic aberration, and just remove the aberration. Then go over to sharpening. If you hold the alt tool and you click on the little toggle over here, you'll see the white will tell you that the entire image is being sharpened at the moment, which we don't want. That's going to make jagged edges and that type of thing. So I'm going to click on that and I'm going to drag that up. I'm just gonna pull it up to somewhere around there. Okay. Alright, so then we'll drag it back up to the top and we'll start working over here. Firstly, I want to push my temperature bar up slightly. It was a beautiful sunset day. By the way, it's an image I took in Scotland recently, in the Highlands. Beautiful sunset. So I want to bring back that same color that I experienced that afternoon. Then we're going to go down to our tone section over here. The tone section is where 90% of the editing in Lightroom happens. There's obviously a lot more that you can do afterwards, but I like to make these main adjustments and then shoot over to Photoshop and finish off. Okay, so what I normally do is I drop my highlights completely just to see where we start off. I think maybe no, actually I'm just going to drop them down completely, and then we open up our shadows completely, which is I'm going to drop it down a little bit, maybe to about 70. Okay, whites, blacks. Whites controls the light in the image, or the amount of light, especially those brighter areas, those areas over there. So you'll see as I push this up, those areas will become extremely bright. If you push it too high, you are going to burn out those areas, and you are going to lose control over bringing back color or changing color or anything in that area later on. So it will basically just be like a white burned mark on your image. Okay, to stop this from happening, also just hit Alt, click on the toggle, and then start moving it to the right. You will see these little dots come up. If you see dots, you know you've gone too far, so I just bring it back up until 19 for this particular image, and that would be the perfect white spot for this image. Black you can drag to the left a little further. Don't worry too much about the marks coming up for the black. You're not going to lose the information in those areas. It just darkens the dark areas. Alright, yeah, clarity, just be very careful with your clarity cue. A lot of photographers, when they start out, I did the same thing. People like to push this clarity bar up as far as they can. You end up with something like this, which at first you think looks pretty cool, but later on you'll realize that no, that doesn't work at all. I usually end up with something between 7 and 14 or 7 and 12. I'm just going to push it up to about 7. Alright, can adjust the vibrance and saturation in your image here. I'm not going to. I will do all of that work in Photoshop. So the next thing I want to do is I now want to select the other two images, and I want to sync those. Make sure that absolutely everything is clicked, because everything is going to be the same. synchronize, and all your images will sync. All you need to do now is click on each individual image, go to your darker image here, and just adjust the white points so that you've got lights evenly balanced out through all the images. So what we're going to do then is push them all out into Photoshop, and we are going to start blending these together using the light of the one or the shadows in the other one to get an evenly exposed image. Alright, that is what I am going to do today. In the next video we'll be shooting over to Photoshop, and we'll actually start doing some manual exposure blending using masks and that sort of stuff. So I hope you've learned something. If you have, please do leave a comment or shoot over to my website www.seankinnick.co.za, and I also offer online courses that you can join via Skype or Google Hangouts and learn some more about post-processing. Alright, cheers, thanks for joining.